Imagine unlocking the ability to read people like an open book. Fascinating, isn't it? The power of perception can transform your interactions, giving you a deeper understanding of human behavior. It opens a world of advantages, from improving your personal and professional relationships to honing your negotiation skills, and even detecting deceit. It's like having a superpower that makes you more empathetic, intuitive, and perceptive. Now let's dive into the 19 psychological tips that can help you read anyone instantly. First, understand that it all starts with observation. Now let's delve into the first 4 foundational tips to reading people like an open book. The initial key is to observe body language. It's a silent orchestra, as our bodies are constantly speaking for us, even when we're not uttering a single word. People might control their words, but their bodies often reveal their true feelings and intentions. There's a whole language in shoulder shrugs, crossed arms, and the way someone sways back and forth on their heels. This symphony of movements can tell you if someone is nervous, defensive, or comfortable. The second tip is to understand facial expressions. They are the windows to a person's emotions. It's not just about the broad strokes of happiness, sadness, or surprise, but also the subtle expressions that flicker across someone's face almost imperceptibly. Micro-expressions, those fleeting, almost invisible expressions that flit across a person's face before they put on a social mask, are particularly telling. The third tip is to pay attention to tone of voice. Words can sometimes lie, but the tone of voice can speak volumes about a person's emotional state. A trembling voice might indicate nervousness, a high-pitched voice could mean excitement, and a soft voice might suggest shyness or uncertainty. It's the difference between "I'm fine," said with a bright, cheerful tone, and "I'm fine," said with a flat, dismissive tone. Finally, notice personal space boundaries. Everyone has an invisible bubble around them, a comfort zone. How people manage this space and how they react when others invade it can tell you a lot about their comfort levels and how they perceive the people around them. Remember, people are complex puzzles, and these are just the corner pieces. They're the starting point, the basics that can give you a general sense of someone, but to truly understand them, to read them like a book, you'll need to delve deeper. These are the basics, but they are crucial to mastering the art of reading people. Moving beyond the basics, let's dig deeper. So we've covered the groundwork, but let's take it up a notch. Our next psychological tip on how to read somebody instantly is noticing eye contact. The eyes are indeed the windows to the soul. When someone maintains eye contact, it's usually a sign of interest or engagement. However, prolonged eye contact might indicate dominance or even aggression. On the flip side, a lack of eye contact could suggest shyness, disinterest, or deception. Then there's touch. Touch is a powerful form of communication that can express a range of emotions. A firm handshake often conveys confidence, while a light touch on the arm can denote comfort or familiarity. However, remember that cultural norms and personal boundaries play a significant role here. Let's move on to posture. The way a person holds their body can reveal a lot about their state of mind. Open postures with uncrossed arms and legs suggest openness and receptiveness. Contrastingly, closed postures, like crossed arms, might indicate defensiveness or discomfort. Speech patterns are another telltale sign. Fast talkers are typically seen as more confident, while slow talkers are viewed as more deliberate and thoughtful. Notice if the person's speech is filled with fillers like and It could mean they're nervous or unsure. A sudden change in speech pattern could also signal a shift in their comfort level. Finally, observe their general behavior. Are they fidgety or calm? Do they mirror your actions or maintain their own rhythm? These small cues can provide insights into their emotional state and intentions. In conclusion, these tips aren't about judging people, but understanding them better. It's about noticing the little details that most people overlook. These tips help you decode the non-verbal signals that people emit unconsciously. Remember, the goal here isn't to become a human lie detector, but to develop a deeper sense of empathy and understanding towards our fellow humans. Now, for those who want to take it a step further, here are some advanced techniques. Let's start with micro-expressions. These are brief, involuntary facial expressions that occur in response to specific emotions. They're quick and often go unnoticed, but with practice, you can learn to spot them. For instance, a slight twitch of the mouth could indicate discomfort, while a subtle furrow of the brow might suggest confusion. These fleeting expressions can offer invaluable insights into what a person is truly feeling. Next is understanding the context. Context is key when interpreting body language. For example, crossed arms might suggest a person is feeling defensive, but if it's freezing cold, they're probably just trying to keep warm. Always consider the environment and circumstances before drawing conclusions. Thirdly, pay attention to inconsistencies. If someone's words don't match their body language, it's a good indication that something's off. For instance, if a person says they're excited while their facial expression remains flat and their body language is closed off, they might not be as thrilled as they claim. The fourth tip is to notice the direction of a person's feet. It's an odd one, but quite telling. Feet often point towards where the mind wants to go. If you're in a conversation and the other person's feet are pointed towards the exit, they may be looking for a way out. Lastly, observe a person's breathing pattern. When we're stressed or anxious, our breathing tends to become more rapid and shallow. On the other hand, slow, deep breaths are associated with relaxation and comfort. So by paying attention to how a person is breathing, you can get a sense of their emotional state. These advanced techniques can provide a deeper insight into a person's thoughts and feelings. By honing these skills, you can become adept at reading people, allowing you to navigate social situations with ease and confidence. Remember, practice is key. The more you observe and analyze, the better you'll become at understanding others. These advanced techniques can provide a deeper insight into a person's thoughts and feelings. Finally, let's delve into the tips that can help you master the art of reading people. The last 5 tips are the key to unlocking your full potential in this fascinating arena of human interaction. First up, understanding a person's comfort level. This goes beyond simply noticing whether someone seems at ease or not. You need to consider the subtleties. Are they leaning away or towards you? Are their arms crossed or open? These nonverbal cues can speak volumes about a person's comfort level and their attitude towards you or the situation at hand. Next, recognizing defensiveness. When people feel threatened or uncomfortable, they often employ defensive tactics. This could be literal, like crossing their arms over their chest, or it could be verbal, such as using dismissive language. Recognizing these signs can give you valuable insights into a person's emotional state and their true feelings. Thirdly, notice mirroring behavior. This is a subconscious act where a person mimics the physical or verbal behavior of the person they're interacting with. It's a sign of rapport and a strong indication that the person feels a connection to you. Our fourth tip is paying attention to a person's response time. If someone answers quickly, they're likely comfortable and confident in their response, but if there's a delay, it could signal uncertainty or dishonesty. However, remember, this isn't a hard and fast rule. Some people naturally take longer to formulate their thoughts, so use this tip in conjunction with the others for a more accurate read. Lastly, observing a person's habits. We all have habitual behaviors that we default to, especially under stress. By observing these habits, you can gain a deeper understanding of a person's personality and emotional state. Mastering these tips can make you a human lie detector, a relationship guru, or a negotiation expert. So keep practicing, stay observant, and above all, remember that every person is unique. Understanding people is more art than science. But with these tools at your disposal, you're well on your way to becoming a master of this captivating craft. To sum up, reading people is a powerful skill that can be learned and honed. It's a complex art that starts with the basics. We've covered how observing body language, facial expressions, and listening to the tone of voice can provide invaluable insights into a person's thoughts and emotions. But remember, context is key in understanding these cues. Then we ventured beyond the basics. We explored how understanding cultural differences, recognizing personal biases, and paying attention to inconsistencies can further deepen our understanding of others. These factors add layers of complexity, making our readings more nuanced and accurate. Our journey took us further into advanced techniques. Here we delved into the realms of empathy, intuition, and mirroring. These techniques, when used wisely, can build trust, rapport, and an intuitive understanding of others. Finally, we discussed mastering the art of reading people. We emphasized the importance of continuous learning, practice, and observation. We also explored the ethical considerations of this skill, reminding ourselves that with great power comes great responsibility. So, there we have it. The journey from basics to mastery in the art of reading people. 19 psychological tips that can transform the way you understand and interact with others. Remember, with these 19 psychological tips, you hold the power to read anyone instantly. Practice, observe, and let the understanding of human behavior be your guide.